Impressive that you did 1K in your first week. Where did your e-com journey as a whole start?
So I am still in school, but I've always felt like I wanted to do something more with my life, than just go to school and do normal things.
Can you tell a little bit about the numbers you are doing right now?
It started taking off and right now doing about 5K per day.
How are your parents looking at this?
Of course, they are a lot more skeptical to these things than I am.
What eventually did take you from that 1K day to like the 4K, 5K day?
Learned how to optimize the website, ads, everything is worked on that. I'm only selling in Sweden right now, planning on maybe expanding that soon, but right now only in Sweden. Mostly fashion products, of course. There's a lot of fashion products out there. It's the easiest to test them.
Talking to you right now, I think you're just also on it, Your coach tells you to do certain things or take certain steps, you'll just go after it.
I set up goals for the day. This is the work I'm gonna do today. I don't go to sleep before it's done.
Not one, but two. Come on, too good. Welcome to this interview. It's gonna be a sick one. Honestly, for me, this was one of the most fun and most inspirational interviews I've done so far. This one is with Lucas from Sweden. He's 17 years old, guys. Currently doing 5K a day with the help of my program. Such an inspirational guy. You will see big things from him. At the end, guys, I was supposed to end this interview, but he said, can I ask you some questions about my business and life in general after the call? I said, of course. Wanted to leave it out of the interview, but I've included some good parts. So go watch it until the end. Samo nua. Ciao, ciao. All right, guys, welcome to this new interview. I'm here with my client, Lucas. So he's been doing amazing. One of our coaches says, Sawa, you have to do an interview with Lucas. His results and his stories is inspiring for many of you. Because Lucas, how old are you at the moment?
I'm 17.
17 years old. So yeah, Lucas, maybe can you tell a little bit about yourself and also maybe the numbers you are doing right now so the people know why they should listen to you during this interview?
Yeah, so my name is Lucas. I'm from Sweden, 17 years old, and joined the program, Sana's program, about 3 months ago. And started, got I think my first 1K day in the first week, then had some slow growth after until like about a month ago, where it started taking off. And right now doing about 5K per day. We've been doing that for quite a few days now, for quite a few weeks. So yeah, very nice to be here.
Amazing, man. So that's very inspiring, first of all. So yeah, maybe a little bit about your backstory, because it's impressive that you did 1K in your first week, but where did you start? And maybe also where did your e-com journey as a whole start? Because you're still young, maybe you're still in school, so tell me.
Yeah, so I am still in school, and actually I've had a very good upbringing, very loving family, which is a very big blessing. But I've always felt like I wanted to do something more with my life, than just go to school and do normal things. So I think my first entrepreneurial thing was when I was 14. Started reselling sneakers. Then, didn't make any real money out of that, and tried online business models. I tried YouTube automation, and then also I tried SMMA. And that was the business model where I got my first online money and my first little hint of success. But after doing that, I think I closed my first client when I was 16 there. But I didn't really like it, honestly. And I just found it pretty hard to scale. So then, I found drop shipping and e-com, I think it was 8 months ago now, last summer. I joined a Swedish course for that. And I did get some nice results from that. It was from my first winner that I managed to scale a bit. And then from the profit from that, it was good, but I knew it's possible to get to the next level as well. And that's where I found you and also your program. So, in February this year, decided to join that. And
So how was the journey in the beginning, before you found my program? I think the first 5 months, how was that? What numbers did you do? What was also maybe kind of your strategy at the time, if you can share that?
Yeah, so in the beginning, of course, when I was completely new, took me a while to get my first sale. Took me about a month on my third store, because the strategy we had was to do one product stores for each product. Yeah. And you had you focused a lot on one product, so you tested 1 to 3 products per week with that strategy. Then found my first winning product, and first month I think I did 10K. Then month after that like 15, then 20, and then in December was a record month for that product, like 33K with very nice profit. So that was like a moment where I really realized like it's really possible to get good results with this. And then that product really started stagnating, and I didn't really have any other winners. And at that point, I still had some nice profits, stacked up. So with that, I just decided to enroll in your program as well. So yeah.
Those 33K month, how much profit did you make, and did you sell purely in Sweden, or was it worldwide?
Yeah, I think I made like 11 or 12K euros net from that. So yeah, very happy with that, obviously. But the next month I did not make that much at all. It wasn't very consistent with that. But yeah, only in Sweden for that product, that store. Also tried actually to do it in Denmark, but didn't really go well. So, just Sweden for that.
So this was, or that was this year, around maybe March, or when was this? Maybe January?
Yeah, my best month, as I said, exactly, that was in December last year. So
Okay.
like 4 months ago with that product.
Right.
And then, yeah, it was in January this year that it started kind of stagnating. Yeah.
Well, okay, you were at 33K back then. You started stagnating, and then, how did you get introduced maybe to me or what we are doing with the coaching?
Yeah, I just found you through YouTube, Manu Uncensored, just watched that, and then decided to follow you on Instagram. Saw more of you, that you know what you're talking about, and then saw also that you had your own course, own program and everything. So yeah, I just decided to enroll in it and do it from there.
What I want to know, because I think that can be also interesting for many people listening or watching, is like you are 17 right now. What made you took the step to invest in an expensive program like this? Because there are people way older that might be on the fence, but you are like, all right, let's do it. So was that always your mindset, someone who invests money back into himself? Did you buy courses before already, or was it also maybe for you like really okay, I'm gonna take this risk? Or what was the mindset at the time when investing in the program?
Yeah, so I've always been a person that, I like investing in myself and taking the risks, because like to this point, like every course that I bought, every risk that I've taken, I've always went like fully into it, and it's always brought me, to the next level, like always taking one step up. So, even though of course this program by far like the most expensive investment I make, so of course it was a bit scary, because even though of course I see the results other people are making, but you don't really know for sure if you're going to get results yourself, etc. But yeah, I just have the mindset that, I'm going to go all in, and then, if I just choose the right people to invest in, I just get results. So, yeah.
What also is interesting to know, because how were your parents looking at this? Because I've literally spoken with people who were also young, and they wanted to, for example, invest in a course or mentorship, and their parents don't allow them to. Things like this really happen, or parents don't want their child maybe to take a certain path. Were your parents always supportive? Mine were, so I'm very blessed with that. But how was maybe their overall feeling of you taking this step? Did you share that you were doing e-com? Tell me.
Yeah, I mean, they are very, very supportive. So they never like told me that I shouldn't do it. But of course, they are a lot more skeptical to these things than I am. They don't really understand it as well. So of course they were, when I told them like it's this much money, then they were a bit like, should you really do this? But also it's my money, so that I made from my own profits only. So then they don't wanna like tell me what to do with my own money, really. So yeah.
Yeah, because this was the money you made the month prior, right, with the dropshipping store. Or
yeah, exactly.
Saved up from other ventures.
Yeah, exactly. Only like the own money. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you can walk me through like maybe the first month or two in the program. What changed for you? Maybe also what did you do with your coach? I know our strategies are different compared to what you did. Like you did one product, 1 to 3 a week. We do like 5 a day typically. So, but maybe you can share for the audience what did you do?
Yeah, so I mean, I just started with testing 5 products per day. Like since I already had run some ads, it was just pretty easy to me, like to run on my personal account, just products. And yeah, 5 a day, for me, like only had a testing like one per week before. That was like crazy for me, but I decided to like, let's try this. So did that. And as I said, like, I think in the first week I reached my first 1K day. So that was like really nice. Then I thought like this is gonna be not easy, but of course like this is gonna go very fast. But then at that point, I started like kind of stagnating at 1K per day. My profits dropped a bit, so I couldn't scale. So I was at like 1K per day for like I think 1.5 months at that point. And then of course like it was I'm not gonna say it was tough, because of course I wasn't even burning money. It was just like at net zero. But it was still like a bit frustrating to not get anywhere. But then, after a while, just started working out, and I scaled the first 2K, then 3K, then 4K, then 5K days. So yeah, now I think in the last 30 days I've done around 130K euros. So yeah, it feels very good to have like gotten through those first first steps.
What did you learn in maybe, let's say, the first month that you can share, and also what eventually did take you from that 1K day where you're a bit like stagnated on that level to like the 4K, 5K day?
Yeah, so like at first, the first month was just like learning a lot, because I didn't really know anything about everything, So yeah, I just learned how to optimize the website, optimize the ads, everything, just worked on that. And then once I had gotten to that point, that was where I was at the 1K days, but then didn't really get anywhere. So what changed for me, like everything, was just to be always extremely close with the data, like only take decisions on data, because I was lacking a bit on, the scaling sheets, for example, profit sheets, everything that we get in the coaching. I was lacking a bit on that, and I got like a lecture as well by my coach on that. So once I started like really focusing on that, it didn't take me that long until I like found a winner that I could actually scale. And once I found one, I just found multiple, and then I just went up.
So can you tell me a bit about the markets you are selling in, and maybe are you focused on a certain niche? Is it fashion, or is it like really general? Can you share a bit on that?
Yeah, so in the beginning, first of all, I'm only selling in Sweden right now. Also planning on maybe expanding that soon, but right now only in Sweden. And in the beginning, just did general, like all products that I could find. However, like was mostly fashion products, of course. Like there's a lot of fashion products out there. It's the easiest to test. And yeah, after a while, the only product that I really found success with was fashion. So I decided just to fall into that niche.
So very good. Yeah, fashion is just I love. I've only sold fashion for the most part, right? And also most of the clients, and also right now with summer coming up, there's so much potential, right? With like dresses or slippers, things along those lines. So, are there things that make you different compared to maybe others you see, like other drop shippers or competition? Were there maybe some things you implemented that you want to share, maybe a certain thing you do on the product page, or the way you test creatives, if you want to share that, of course.
Like what really helped me to get like more profitable, and because of that, be able to scale, was to do a lot of competitor research, like all the best stores, best sellers in Sweden, also like some other countries. I studied like every single detail, what they did. And then I just copied that and tried it for myself. And of course, that worked very well in terms of conversion rate. But, in terms of me, who I am, like, I'm no one special, like, except for maybe my mindset and that I'm consistent, but I'm not like more intelligent than anyone else. So it's really just about doing the work and just following the steps and like actually doing the right thing, not listening to your like emotions. Yeah.
And I think from talking to you right now, I think you're just also on it, like I think you're a client. If your coach tells you to do certain things or take certain steps, you'll just go after it, right? At the end of the day, it's consistency for the most part, and of course, trusting that it works. I think with the blueprint and also the testimonials you've seen with others, it works. And I think also what makes it nice for you is, I think you learn a lot if you have the ability to sell in your own country. For me, of course, in the beginning I did Netherlands, you did Sweden, because then you can also understand like, okay, how is the customer psychologically, right? How do they think? How do they act if I do this differently on my product page or test these certain creatives? So yeah, what I want to know a bit more about your business is you are now at 5K a day, you said, right?
Yeah.
So do you have you made any hires for your team? What are you doing at the moment? How is, for example, your creative process? Do you do it all yourself? Do you have an editor? Walk me through it.
Yeah, so for customer service, I was very quick to outsource that because I already had like my friend in Sweden who helped me with like my other store. So that was like the first thing that I outsourced. Then also now I've switched that to like a like more professional team with more capacity for the customer service. Also like I have email marketing agency now helping with some of those things. And I think the most important thing that I'm working on right now, I'm gonna start with them in like a couple of days. It's product listers, Filipinos. So I had quite a few interviews, did some workflows and everything. And yeah, very soon they're gonna be able to start working. And obviously at that point, that will free up a lot of my time because right now I'm doing like all the product listing, all the creative process, like uploading the ads, everything myself. So yeah, that's gonna be very nice.
How do you combine it with school? Because you're still in school, right? I think people want to know. I started when I was still in school. For me, I was just obsessed with e-com. So every hour I had, I just opened my phone to check videos in lunch breaks. When I got home, I opened my laptop, started going after it. Do you have a certain schedule you work off, or is it just pure obsession, everything I'm putting in? Or, I don't know, tell me.
Yeah, so like my strategy is I set up like goals for the day, like this is the work I'm gonna do today, and then I don't like go to sleep before it's done, really. And then usually I manage to do everything like with a normal sleep schedule and everything, because of course it's a lot of work, but really what helped me is also to like when I work, I truly work, like I focus fully, and because otherwise like it's basically impossible to get everything done that I need to get done, given that I also have school. So yeah, just focusing a lot when I work is probably did it. Yeah.
So, can you talk a bit more about like your routine, like on a day to day, and also with like when you do what for your business, or does it change a lot?
Yeah, no. So I wake up like at 6:30 pretty much every day. Also, most weekends wake up at the same time. I found it like helps me with energy and everything. So I do that, and then immediately like check the scaling sheets and everything. Like I scale and scale down all the products as soon as I wake up, just to get that done because you want to do that pretty early. Then after that, have breakfast, get ready for school, go to school, and then after school, go to the gym 5 days a week, and then also after that, come home, and then at that point, really just checking off all the like smaller but maybe urgent tasks, and after that, just sit like deep work, do all the product listing, launch all the products for the next day. Also make sure that everything's like in check with the supplier, with the customer service, and yeah, that's basically it.
Very good, man, honestly. And it's exactly what you should do. The fun thing is that I did the same. I did 6:30 too when I was in school. And I think when you're young, you should just put as much in as possible, right? You have the energy. So how is it for you now when you look around at your classmates and you are now doing 5K a day? Do you have certain friends you share this with, or are also in e-com, or are you keeping it private? How is it?
Yeah, no, I'm very open with my numbers with my friends. Of course, like I don't take it too seriously and don't like get too big of an ego just because I'm doing these numbers. Like they're still my friends, right? So I have one friend who's also doing e-com, like or of course I have like lots of online friends as well doing e-com, but one friend in my class who also does it. He's not like doing as much as me, but still doing it, and the other guys not really, but it doesn't really matter to me because I'm still gonna like laser focus on my work as well. So yeah.
It's good to have friends who you can share it with, right? For me, it was nice. That's why later down the line I started connecting a lot, being active also in back in the days there were like these Facebook communities, people talking about dropshipping. Because I come from a small town, so there weren't any other guys doing the same as me. But it's good to have people, that also want to do a bit more in their life than just going out and living for the weekend. So Yeah, what I want to know is looking forward, right? You're now 17. What are maybe your plans? Because I know you're hungry. You're now at 5K a day. Before the call, you said, okay, after the call, I want to also ask you some questions, because so I know you're on it, right? So maybe you can share a bit about what your goals and aspirations are right now. And it can be anything, right? Of course, numbers are nice. I know you want to go to 500,000 a month, million a month with time, but yeah, maybe what is the end goal, right? Maybe a brand you want to build, or maybe you use e-com as maybe a stepping stone to something different. Tell me.
Yeah, so like my big vision that I want to do in the future is to have my own brand. So that's like my dream, kind of, the journey you did, of course, started out in dropshipping, then, built a brand that you really became a completely real brand, right? It's not dropshipping at all. And that's, what I want to do. However, that's not really what I'm going to do just yet. Like, I don't feel like I'm finished completely with dropshipping. So I'm going to scale this also, as I said, like, I have product listers that's going to start working very soon. And with that, I'm going to try to scale that up and possibly open another store in another country. Because, really, my goal is also now with dropshipping to go to like the 10K days for sure. And then after that, once I'm at those numbers, we'll see what I want to do when it's time for me to start like my own brand and everything. But yeah, that's like my dream.
Yeah, man. Everyone in the e-com space should with time go to a brand, in my opinion. The consistency it builds, the trust it gives, also the potential of having something that you can exit. And just dropshipping is the best model to go from 0 to 1. But with time, if you do dropshipping at a high level, it can also come with a lot of stress, right? Compared to a brand. If I sometimes compare my life to people who have like 10 stores, right? It's much different. And I have a team that I can rely on. And I just know what I have. I don't remember the last day I did below 10K in a day, right? Years on years on years, I've been doing that every day. Like no day that we did below that. So yeah, that's something I would strive for as well. And also what the good thing is you already do, and I advise that to everyone listening, is you should already do like your research right now. So not like, okay, I'm going to start a brand, but just keep your eyes open, because maybe there's a product that is doing really well for you right now and you're drop shipping it, but maybe there's a Swedish brand doing it, or a German brand doing it in a unique way. So the gap from like your dropship store to a brand is actually way smaller than you think, right? And that was the same for me, because when I started with my brand Icon selling these jeans, there were also standard dropshipping stores doing the same, but they didn't have a vision. They didn't connect the dots properly to make it a brand, and I saw it in front of me, right? So yeah, that's also something I wanted to share. So maybe talk a little bit about the program, because I know there are people watching. They're like, okay, Lucas joined 3 months ago. First month at 1K day. Now you're at month 3, I think, and at 5K a day. So how was it? Your coach was Joop, right? So maybe talk a bit about how it was. How was it to have like a coach to fall back on at times that maybe you're not sure what to do, or you have a certain obstacle?
Yeah, it was very, very nice to have a coach to ask everything to, because obviously, like, compared to like the other type of dropshipping I did with like one product that you focus a lot on, which is like what most people think of when they hear dropshipping, that's a lot more simple. Like, there's not as much things that come up because it doesn't go as fast. But when you're testing 5 products a day with these strategies, I mean, it's very tough, and it's a lot at the beginning. So, the fact that the course outlines everything, also that you have your own coach, I don't think I would have been able to make it like even close to this quick to this level if I didn't have that. So very thankful about that. And then, as always, there's things you don't really think about that you're maybe doing wrong, and that's where your coach also comes in and like wakes you up. It's not only the things that you know that you don't know, if you understand, but also the things that you think you're doing right but you're not really. And then that's very helpful to have someone like always looking at what you do.
Yeah, man. I wish I had a coach in the beginning, but I don't know. For some reason, when I started 5-6 years ago, it was just courses. There was not like coaching or a one-on-one. It was not really a thing, right? So you had to make a lot of the mistakes yourself, and you didn't really get corrected, right? Right now, with what we do with our coaching, your coach looks over your shoulder, looks into your ads or your profit sheets, or have you done everything that's on the to-do list, right? So it's also a very good way of keeping you accountable, right? I think there is no way that you can fail if you have someone who keeps you accountable and the strategies work and you're being pushed forward. So what I want to know, or I think the people want to know, because last 30 days you did 130k euros revenue, right?
Yeah, around that, exactly. And
so can you tell a bit maybe about the profits? What is your average profit margin? Because it's revenue, of course.
Yeah, so my profit in the beginning, when I started scaling up, it was very good because I had like a super good winner.
Right.
So like in April also was like a pretty good month. I think I did like 85k in April.
Right.
Yeah, at that month I think I did like 25k euros total profit. So I don't know what the exact percentage was there, but it was high. Now this month it's at like 23-24% profit. So still good, of course, but could be better as well because some of my winners are like stagnating, but it's just part of the game as well. I have multiple new ones scaling up as well, so still very happy with it.
And then still looking for more winners, right? Not just leaning on a couple ones.
Yeah, of course, because that was what I did in the beginning. Like when I scaled to 1k a day very quickly, that was like I had one winning product, but that worked for like 1 week, and that was the big problem there. And then I didn't really have a very good inflow of products because I was a bit scared of also like giving products a real chance, not like killing them when they had like one bad day. And so now, of course, I have like I think 8 products that I am currently scaling as well. So it's always a new flow now of products. So it feels very like consistent.
What are maybe things you are working on right now, like in your business or personally, that you want to improve in? Or I know you're gonna dive into maybe a new market, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's for example, like the thing with dropshipping is that things always change. Like the payment processors, like all these things. So for example, like there are some problems with Klarna we're having right now. Like we're still able to take payments, but it's some small dispute problems, and there's just things popping up here and there, right? And that's like I'm trying to get better at being more objective and like solving those without getting like worried in any way, because it's hard to always keep the revenue at one point, like when there are small problems that come up. But yeah, I'm really doing everything I can there. And then also one thing that I really want to get better at is to get quicker at delegating tasks. Like honestly, I could have like got a product lister a while before, but I was just a bit scared of that, honestly. It was outside of my comfort zone to do that. So it really just becoming a bit quicker with delegating things as well, I think.
And with time, try to just replace yourself as a whole, that will free up so much and will have you focus more on like the vision. Okay, which markets are good, which products are working for us right now, why are they working, and then become like more of the man with the ideas, and then delegating that down, because that's how my day-to-day basically looks like, right? Because you have people in your team that are executing and you're not in the operations at all or as much. So yeah, to end it on, what would you recommend to someone maybe stuck right now at maybe $500 a day, just started with ecom a couple months ago, or maybe someone at zero that is just watching this interview? What advice can you give? Maybe if you look back in time, I know it's still you started only 8 months ago, but I think you have maybe some good tips for people who might still also be in school or young,
Yeah, I think like if you're not doing any revenue, if you're just like looking to get started, you don't have to invest in like an expensive like coaching in the beginning. Like take some steps yourself, like try it out and see like how it works. And then once you start to get like some traction and you get some money saved up, then I think it's very, very valuable to invest in coaching, because I mean, of course, it's possible to get to all those levels like completely by yourself. Like, there's nothing stopping you. Like, the information is out there for free, but it's just gonna take so much longer. And honestly, like, the time is the most valuable thing. So, I would recommend to invest in some type of coaching or course. Like, for me, that's just been like the key to getting results quicker. But everything is possible. Yeah.
I think one of the major reasons you're here with these numbers at your age is because you was not scared to invest at all, because I had so much limiting beliefs in the beginning. I didn't invest in a course in the first months because I was like, I can do it myself and da. But it's a good mindset you hold, the mindset to just invest in yourself, because I hold that mindset right now. Everywhere I see that I can grow and someone can help me, and I see that they have the knowledge to make me grow, I just do it. And then you go like this, right? This snowball effect comes. So yeah, bro, honestly, Lucas, I'm proud on you of what you've done, and also it's inspiring to me because you're beating me, man. I was not 17 with 5K days. I was 18, so shit. But growth is exponential, I had my first 1K day only after 10 months, but I had my first 10K day in month 11, right? And then I think 2 months after that, I was already doing multiple 6 figures a month. So yeah, things can go so quick if you just keep hitting it. So only thing I would say to you is just to stay this consistent and locked in, especially once the time comes that you are doing 15K a day, 20K a day, and maybe life will get way more comfortable and you have a team, and things can change quick. I've seen the people that become successful with ecom, the only way they really fail is just because they started walking next to their shoes at the time that really money starts coming in, and they get like this sense of, I know it all, I know everything, and that you want to watch out from that. You always want to try to just be hungry,
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the interview.
100%, bro. So if you have nothing to say maybe to the people, then we jump into just a couple questions between each other after this call. But it's a pleasure to have you as a client with also this success.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Hey, guys, leave a comment for Lucas. Like the video, of course. You have to fucking subscribe. And if you need my help, drop me a message on Instagram. So, yeah, Lucas, let me know how is it going now besides everything we discussed, and where can I help you with?
Yeah, so like I just had some quick questions for you, like, because as I said, like my vision in the future is to have like a real brand, right? Like I want something to truly take care of and not have to like just because obviously when you're building dropshipping stores, like they just gonna die out sooner or later, like the names and everything. So at what point did you actually decide to make Icon like a non-dropshipping brand, and like why?
So two things. So I made it first a branded dropshipping store, but basically it was already a brand in terms of look and feel. So it was a branded dropshipping store. The logo was nice. We were building a social media following, and the quality of the product was good. I already had like hang tags. I had like logos and everything. So basically, I was already building a brand. By the time Icon was really becoming bigger, and I knew that, okay, if I want to really make this sustainable long term, I have to deliver a better service and get returning customers. That was, I was doing around 250K a month or something. And then I took the step to purchase inventory. And the only thing to keep in mind, which is very important in my opinion, or two things. First thing is, I knew that if I purchased inventory that I was able to keep selling it, because the performance was really that good and consistent. I was every month selling these jeans. I knew exactly that it would sell. Even if maybe I would have a bad month, I knew eventually I will be able to sell these jeans. So it wasn't a risk to me. It didn't feel like a risk. It was just, of course, something new.
In my situation, like my main winning products, it's not really products that I would want to make a real brand. Like the quality is not like shit, but it's not very good either. It's very low end, and that's not really what I want to build. So like if I want to start a brand, like Do I have to like prove the products through drop shipping before, or like how can I go about that? Like if I want to create that.
So it starts with research. So what I would do is try to find brands that are winning and that are doing good, and that you're like, okay, this is interesting, maybe to build a brand around. And then I would keep it pretty simple. So what I would do, I would just create a store, a branded store, would put some time in it to make it look nice, as an actual brand. And then I would just start drop shipping it in the beginning, just to get a proof of concept. So you don't have to make the products custom with your own logo and and do photo shoots, bro. Just steal the photos, just like how you do it right now, and then run some ads for a couple days or a week, just to get a proof of concept. Then you know if it works, and if it works, then you can build out like a brand, maybe invest some money in doing a photo shoot. That's hands down the best way to do it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, man. So also in terms of like the suppliers and like the products that I want to run, if there's like a specific product that I see on like a real brand, you know, their products aren't really on AliExpress. If I want to like make similar products or like get similar products from a factory in China, like how can I go about finding that factory myself? Or can I do that through an agent as well?
Agent. Yeah. Basically the same how I do it right now. So I would do some research on, first of all, yourself, if you can find the product on AliExpress. And if not, I would just send it to your agent. I don't know which one you are with right now.
Yeah, it's GSR dropshipping, they're called. So you probably don't know them.
Okay. Yeah, I know many, but I don't know that one. But you should just be able to send them, and otherwise just also ask you for another. We have many agents, and then you can just message them all, send it through. Also, you can also even send the link of the competitor, and often they will be able to find the product.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, man. Also, like I had a question about this, because it would be very valuable for me. So what's like your best tip when it comes to being a leader, like for a team and everything? Because that's something I'm really lacking that I will need soon.
Yeah, 100%. So to be a good leader, they need to respect you, and you need to kind of claim authority. So the best way to do this is, first of all, make them understand what you guys are working on. So don't come across as, okay, I'm doing this dropshipping business just for me to make profits and you are working for me. That's not like a good way of going about it. The best way to go about it is really, I'm really good to everyone, you know, because I want people to love and respect me, because then I know at times that I need them most, they will go through the fire for me. You know, if it's late at night, if there's an issue, I want people to be like, no, I need to be there for Samuel. So best thing you can do is, especially once you are in a bit building this into something bigger or your brand, is to share the vision. Okay, we're doing good right now, but this business will be 10x. And where do you want to go? I ask my employees personally as well, you know, what do you want? What is your dream? And then try to show them that they can make their dream come true within your business. You know, maybe they're doing customer service right now. You can just tell that person, you know, you're doing so good. If you keep pushing and also keep growing the way you are right now, you can become a customer service manager. Then you can become a store manager. Then you show them that everything is possible. And that's why we have such good people in our team, because we show them that they can do and become anything if they are ready for it. And you will also lose some people along the way, because for some people, they're not made for that, you know. I really value if people are delivering, and if you do good with us, I always give good back. So always pay people what they deserve, never underpay them, and also make them feel good. If let's say you have someone who, a good developer who fixed an issue for you that was really stressful, give them maybe a little bonus, or say thanks, or drop them a random message. That's how you really become a person they respect.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, man.
So just to add to that, become someone you would want to work for yourself. That's how I think. If you work for me, you know, I think that's a boss. You know, if you can, I would want to work for me, right? That's how you want to make it. Yeah.
Yeah. very interesting, man. Thanks so much. Yeah, so the last question I had is like a more mindset related one, because now, you know, of course, there are lots of small problems popping up, and of course, like it's inevitable that you have like a problem-free journey, like even when you're having a real brand and everything. So like, do you have any mindset tips to like avoid being like anxious or stressed about those problems? Because like it doesn't help to be anxious, right? But still, I can't really help but be it. So do you have any tips for that?
Yeah. The best tip I can give for that is to try to, as hard as this, but try to trust the process, and that you are now 8 months in, and actually you're just 3 months in of doing like this properly. And the only way I can be this chilled at the spot I am right now, and you can give me any obstacle or anything going wrong and I will be just chilled, is simply because I've been doing this now for 5 years and I've overcome so many obstacles. So my skin is like this thick, you know, from everything I've overcome. And then you don't stress. But in the beginning, I know you're right now, you're for the first time at these numbers. So when I was at your level, I had the same thing. You're also a little bit scared to lose it, you know, because it's you like what you're doing. You like making this kind of money, right? But you're still scared to lose it. And the only thing I would then just say is just commit fully. Just know I'll be doing this shit for the rest of my life. I am a monster in e-com. I'm gonna become like one of the best. So fuck it, let it come, because you know you will be locked in. And I've never seen, there's no problem that won't get solved. It's impossible. Every problem will get solved with time. And also every obstacle that will come to you, don't be anxious, because it will come for a reason. Either to make to learn you something, or maybe to adjust something in your business, you know. So just take it on and don't stress about it too much.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro. Really super valuable for me, this call as well. And I also want to like personally thank you, like also for the program and everything you've done, because it's you know, for me it's changed my life so far. I know it's also been for lots of other people. I think, you know, of course, like I see many people in the e-com space, and for you being so transparent and like actually being completely real, like unlike many other people, I think it's very respectable. So I just want to say like really appreciate that from you, man, for real.
I appreciate this shit so much, man. And I'm just proud that you've done it as well. And you're like an example of my work and what you can do with it, right? So yeah, sick, man. You're gonna take over Sweden, become the best e-com guy there. That's the goal.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, bro, sick. So yeah, really enjoyed this, man. So yeah, just excited.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro. Really appreciate it.
Okay, bro. Yeah, if there's anything, message me or your coach. And yeah, I hope to see you more often, man, in the future.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you so much. Take care.
All right, bro. Take care. Ciao, ciao.